Hey everyone, it's Sally again doing some more Magic Mike moments. And today I'm with Julie Hatch, who's in Massachusetts. Hey Julie. So,
Hi.
Julie is a kids' health and behaviour specialist. As a paediatric nurse, practitioner, acupuncturist, and a mum of three boys, she helps mums who are frustrated with their kids' behaviour to rediscover confidence, clarity, and calm in their parenting. Whoa, what an area, Julie. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about how you got into all of this?
Sure. I have, as a nurse, I've always worked in pediatrics with kids,
Mhm.
and I have three boys of my own. So what happened that got me into what I'm doing right now is that I worked in a neonatal intensive care nursery, high intensity, adrenaline, intense, long shifts, which I loved. But then there was a point in time when when my kids were little and I was raising my kids, um, and I gave so much to my job, and then I had to come home and give to my kids, and kids were my most important people in my life.
Mhm.
And at one point, and so I relied on babysitters, and at one point, my aha moment was I came home from a crazy day, and I realized I had nothing left to give to my kids. I had nothing left of myself to give to these three most important people in my life. And I thought, why am I hiring a babysitter to raise kids with me? Kids are most important. So when I realized I just had nothing left of myself to give, I thought, wow, there's something really wrong. So at that point, I changed my hours, changed my job location a little bit, and made my way into acupuncture school and alternative health and holistic medicine. And so now I'm doing this mom's coaching, Moms on a Mission, consciously connecting with our kids, because conscious connection with our kids is what I wanted to be able to do back at that aha moment when I just had
Mhm.
nothing left to give to them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I've landed where I'm at.
Whoa, just love it. I can so relate. I've got kids myself, and I've gone through the same thing myself, just working, and there's no quality time with the kids. So yeah, it's just awesome. So
Yes.
you must have come across a lot of challenges along the way, as you know, to get to where you're at now. So do you want to go over any of the challenges you had to overcome?
Yeah, the challenge, probably the biggest challenges have been the transition from Western medicine, which I was totally entrenched in, totally believed in, and liked and enjoyed, and have transitioned into more holistic, alternative health kinds of things
Mm-hmm.
with kids and with adults. And I've had my feet in both worlds for a while, and now I'm transitioning just into holistic Eastern medicine kind of thing, which means that I've had to separate myself from friends and colleagues in the Western medicine who don't really quite get it, don't
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm doing, don't believe in it, all that kind of stuff. So it's a big change in people that I work with, associate with, and it's really saying goodbye to one really huge part of my life and embracing this new part of my life.
Yeah, wow, that's just awesome. I just love it. I can relate. I can relate. So, your niche is these frustrated mums. What do you think is the biggest issue facing these frustrated mums right at this moment in time?
Yeah, that's a big question, because there's so much that moms are dealing with. There are kids that have ADHD,
Yeah.
um, ODD, obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression.
Mm.
But I think overall, that spans across all kids and moms that are struggling a little bit,
Yep.
is one, technology, being plugged in but
Yep.
yet disconnected from life in a big way.
Yep.
And something that probably has been persistent for time is school problems. I think especially with boys, but
Yep.
getting in trouble at school, not getting their homework done, not being interested in school, I think that those are the technology and the school homework and issues and stuff like that are the big, that sort of covers everybody.
Yeah. I can tick both those boxes. Absolutely. Wow. I could talk for hours about this. So what would you say would be
Yeah.
3 top tips that you could help these, these mums with the issues with the kids, getting through it, overcoming the challenge? Love to hear your answer.
Probably, I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to reverse the order. I think that probably the most important thing is for mom to take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
Like the flight attendant that says, in the event of a change in cabin pressure, put on your oxygen mask first before putting on your kids. And that's very cliche, but it's really true, because if you can't be healthy and be functioning yourself, you're no good to your kids. And that's sort of what happened with my aha moment. I was no good to my kids, so it was time to start taking care of myself and doing what was good for me.
Yep.
So that's one. I would also, my Facebook business page is Moms on a Mission, Consciously Connecting with Our Kids, which I think I had said.
Yep.
So I would urge moms to take time, I know in a busy day, to consciously connect with your kids.
Yep.
Listen to your kids. Everyone put their phones down, disconnect for a little while, and really connect, hear what they're saying, because kids want to be heard.
Yep.
So just connecting with them and realizing the positives in them, not what's wrong with them, but the positive traits and the strengths that they have going for them. You can tune into that consistently. That's I think a big thing.
Yeah.
And number 3, I'm a big proponent of spending time out in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Unstructured play for kids out in nature can do wonders for behaviors. We all need that, but kids really need unstructured, free time outside in nature if possible. So yeah, I think that those are my big 3.
Yeah, I just love it, and they're great reminders as well. Sometimes we just get caught up with stuff and forget about getting back to what's important. And that's self-care for the mums. Huge. It's absolutely huge, because as you say, if you don't get yourself right, can't help others, you're no good to them. And, and tuning into kids. These days, it's so easy to just, focus on the negatives, on the things that they don't do or that are annoying, or just being teenagers or whatever, not picking up their stuff and forgetting to connect back with them, because kids need to be heard. It's really, really important. And I myself, I forget sometimes. I have to get back on track and get caught up with life and forget about the quality of time and with the kids. Yeah, it's really important. And that whole nature thing. Look here.
It's hard. Life is really.
Yeah. It's really,
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no. We really have to put that focus and attention into what's important, And I love the nature aspect. Absolutely, getting down roots, getting ourselves grounded, so important. You can probably hear the birds here. I'm in the Southern Highlands of Wales, just surrounded by nature. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
So good for the soul. It's just awesome. Yeah, but
yes,
so
absolutely. Yeah.
I just, that whole conscious connection is super, super important. So look, overall, at the end of the day, what are you absolutely most passionate about, Julie?
What I am most passionate about is seeing kids, empowering moms to connect with their kids so that they can raise kids to have freedom and confidence to grow up living lives true to themselves, true to their true nature, their essence, what they're all about. And so they can live lives they're meant to live beyond imposed restrictions and limitations, just to live true to themselves without societal expectations, but what feels right to them. And so helping moms to raise a generation of kids like that.
Yeah, it's just so super awesome. I just love it. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, Julie, with what you're doing. Look, if people want to get in touch with you, where can I see them? You mentioned your Facebook page before, the Consciously Connect. What's Facebook, or where can I send people?
Well, so the Facebook page is Moms on a Mission, Consciously Connect. Actually, I'm sorry. It is Julie Hatch, Moms on a Mission, Consciously Connecting with Our Kids. And always by email, juliehatch@hotmail.com.
Right. Oh, fantastic. Well, Julie, thank you so much for spending the time with me to chat today. And it's really, what you're doing is so important, because we do get lost in this fast world. Get fast paced, and everything was due yesterday, and kids are being annoying, so stick them in the corner rather than actually listening to them and understanding why they may be having a few issues, or what they need, rather than what we think they need. It's really, really important, that connection. It's beautiful.
Exactly. Yep.
It's great, Julie. Well, I just want to say thank you again so much for spending some time with me and allowing me to find out more about your magic and what you're doing to change the world. I think it's just beautiful. And I'd love to chat again with you down the track in the future.
Thank you, Sally.
All right, we'll go back to your
Thank you.
warm area and stay warm and toasty while we're wilting over here. It's crazy. But anyway.
All right.
All righty. Well, thanks again for your time, darling. And we'll chat again soon. See you later.